Hello and welcome to the International Daily Roundup with People's Dispatch, where we bring you some of the top stories of the day. For our first story today, we look at the progress in the impeachment proceedings of US President Donald Trump. The lower house of the United States Congress seems set to impeach President Donald Trump over charges of abuse of powers of the office of the president. The results of the vote on impeachment, scheduled for Wednesday, already seem apparent because the Democrats, who hold a majority of 36 seats in the House of Representatives, will be voting as a party. President Trump has been accused of using the powers of his presidency to seek help from Ukraine to influence the US election process. In a whistleblower complaint in August, Trump was accused of demanding the Ukraine president to push for a corruption investigation into the business of Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden in exchange for $400 million in aid to Ukraine. Joe Biden is a former vice president and a Democratic presidential candidate. The investigation was initiated in September and has received a non-verbatim transcript of the phone call made available to the House Judicial Committee. Plenty of circumstantial evidence has also been collected. For House Democrats, the collected evidence is enough for impeachment in the House. But it may not be enough to remove Trump from office, which will make him the third such president after Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton. For removal, the Senate will have to convict the president with a two-thirds majority. But the Senate currently has a Republican majority. The Senate Republican bloc is likely to block any attempt of Trump's removal. Moving on to Lebanon, protesters backed by Hezbollah and Amal parties came out in the streets of Beirut on December 17th, opposing the circulation of a video which allegedly insults the country's Shia population. They clashed with other protesters and the security forces. Earlier on Saturday, when it became clear that Saad Hariri will most likely be elected as Prime Minister again, protesters gathered in thousands and tried to march to the parliament. Security forces tried to stop them and fired tear gas, injuring scores. The clashes continued on December 15th as well. This has revived the popular anti-government protests which started on October 17th. Meanwhile, major Christian parties in the country, like the Free Patriotic Movement and the Lebanese forces, announced that they will not support the candidacy of Saad Hariri in the upcoming discussions to elect a new prime minister. Following the announcement, Hariri asked the president to postpone the discussion yet again till December 19th. The original date for the discussion was December 9th. Finally, the new Argentinian president Alberto Fernández has taken a number of social measures to reverse the socio-economic crisis created by the previous right-wing government within 7 days of assuming office. Yesterday, on December 16th, President Hernández and Health Minister Ginés González García held a meeting with representatives of the pharmaceutical industry. In the meeting, all national and foreign laboratories agreed to reduce the prices of medicines by 8% and keep them frozen until the end of January 2020. The same day, Fernández announced that the retirees who receive pension would get an additional bonus of 5,000 Argentine pesos in the months of December and January. In addition, the beneficiaries of the Universal Child Allowance will get an extra bonus of 2,000 pesos for these 2 months. Besides this, the retirees and pensioners will also receive free medicines. Furthermore, the government announced that it would not increase the prices of basic public services such as electricity, gas, transportation and water until June 30th, 2020. Last week on November 13th, an administrative court suspended the precautionary measure that prohibited the sale of misoprostol in pharmacies. Misoprostol is a drug suitable for performing a safe medical abortion. Fernández took office on December 10th. His measures and active role in reforming the Argentine society have been praised by the Argentinian citizens and social movements. And this is all we have for this episode of the Daily Roundup. For more such stories and videos, visit our website peoplesdispatch.org, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for watching.
De pie cantar que vamos a triunfar.